Welcome to Pop Crime TV's The Outlier podcast. I'm your host, Lauren Conlin, and today we have an episode that is 100% pure entertainment, no crime. I have an incredible guest, an actor, producer, and all-around powerhouse, Joe Manganiello. You know him from his unforgettable roles in True Blood, Magic Mike, and Spider-Man, but today we're talking about his latest venture, which is hosting and executive producing the hit NBC competition series Deal or No Deal Island. So now it's in its second season. And from everyone I've spoken to about this show, including Joe, it really keeps audiences on the edge of their seats. So I'm going to have to watch this. I need something, I guess, positive and uplifting almost at the end of my days. If you guys listen to my podcasts or you follow me on YouTube or wherever, you'll know that I cover a lot of crime and a lot of tough cases. So I'm always looking for new shows that will distract me from all of this. So there are new episodes airing Tuesday at 9 p.m. on NBC, and then they stream the next day on Peacock. So, and that's not all, by the way. Joe is set to star opposite Vince Vaughn in the upcoming Netflix film Nonnas, which is based on the true story of a man who built a restaurant around a group of Italian grandmothers. And just please forgive me in our interview. I swear I had heard of this restaurant, but in the back of my head, I didn't quite follow what he was saying, that it was based on a true story. So I sound like a total dumbass, but I'm used to that because I'm like, oh, wow. I feel like it's so weird that no one's ever thought of this before as a real restaurant. And he's kind of like, no, they did. It's based on a true story. And I'm like, Lauren, you moron. Yeah, no, I don't know what it was. I couldn't understand him or something. It's the phone interviews, but you'll see. It's not that bad. But of course, I always have to call myself out. But yeah, and a huge moment for Joe also is becoming a part of Netflix's show One Piece, which I stupidly had never heard of. And I had to be like, no, I swear I don't live under a rock. And he's like, yeah, it's like the number one show on Netflix. So he is playing the legendary villain in the show, Mr. O, who is also known as Crocodile. So yeah, I mean, we get into all of it. We are diving right in. So without further ado, I'm going to play my interview with Joe Manganiello.
Hey, Lauren, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm such a fan. Oh my goodness. Ever since I laid eyes on you when you were in True Blood.
Oh, wow. Thanks. Yeah, that was a fun job.
I can imagine. I do want to ask you about that. But first of all,
Deal or No Deal Island.
it's now in its second season. I mean, I was just reading an article about you possibly eating 50 chicken nuggets in an hour. What is going on?
Oh, yeah, that got blown way out of proportion. Yes, Ben, the guy who opens the cases, he's one of our the banker's assistants. He we're talking about McNugget sauce. He said you like barbecue, and I was like, what are you talking about, sweet and sour? And then I asked him how many he thought he could eat in an hour, and he went out and ate them. So then I guess he challenged me. So yeah, this is news. So I guess I've got to, figure out if I'm going to take him up on his challenge.
Oh, that is so funny. And that isn't that funny what somebody grabs as the headline out of a 20-minute interview? It
Yeah.
is, yeah.
I'm used to it by now, but yeah, sure.
Right? Yeah, I guess you are used to it by now. And I was thinking about that. I mean, you're a big guy. I feel like that would be easy for you, especially if they're Chick-fil-A nuggets or something. Those things are tiny. You got this.
Yeah. No, it would be McDonald's. The bet is McDonald's nuggets. So yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess slightly bigger. But okay, well, how has the game evolved from season one to season two? Are there any big twists that you can share with us?
Well, yeah, I think the games are much more strategic this time around, and where we watched a player ride the middle in season one to great success. Season two, we make sure that we have ways of getting people out of riding the middle. So We force people to make decisions. We force people into uncomfortable social situations. So I think it leads to more drama. It leads to more strategy. We put people on the spot. Like we don't let people squirm.
Yeah.
They can squirm on the hook, but we don't let them off the hook.
I love that. If you were a contestant on the show, what do you think you would be like? Do you think you'd be more of a strategic player or more of a physical player?
I mean, both. My brain is super, super, super strategic. So, but if you're going to play a super strategic game, you don't necessarily want to let everybody know that you're doing that. So, as a target or a physical threat, I probably have to. You can either do one of two things. You can play the game the way that Letty is playing this year, which is unapologetic for her own physicality, and she's just playing to win, which means that you're gonna have to get immunity, and or you can play it like David is playing it, where he's trying to stay out of harm's way and kind of play this kind of dumb model sort of role, this Clark Kent role. So, those are your options pretty much, but no, I think I would. I think I would do pretty well at it all. But like I said, yeah, you'd have to hide the fact that you're a physical threat, which is tough to do,
Yeah.
or you just have to play right into it and just go for it.
Yeah, I love that. I want to pivot to a movie that you are in called Nonnas. That looks amazing. I mean, that cast right there, it's like The Sopranos reincarnated. I mean, can you tell me a little bit about that film?
Yeah, it's a blast. It's this great comedy based on a true story, based on a restaurant in Staten Island where grandmas cook your food. So you go and the grandmas are in the kitchen, and so there's this great script, and the director Stephen Chbosky, who's also from Pittsburgh. It's full of so much heart. Vince Vaughn and I play best friends. Actually, these two guys that exist in real life. We went and visited them at the restaurant, and then it's like like you said, from there it's Lorraine Bracco and Drea De Matteo from Sopranos, and Lorraine obviously from Goodfellas, and then you have Talia Shire, who is Adrian in Rocky, and Connie in The Godfather, and you got Brenda Vaccaro from Midnight Cowboy. You've got Linda Cardellini, so a lot of great Italian American actors, and it's a real celebration of food and what it means to be Italian.
Yeah, and I'm actually surprised that there's not a restaurant where grandmas are kind of seen in the back cooking everything, the Nonnas. I'm shocked,
No.
especially.
That's a real restaurant in Staten Island.
Wait, it is. Okay, I was gonna say, I feel like that needs to be a thing if it's not. And I live in Manhattan,
No,
so
that's
I'm
the thing.
actually,
Like, this is based on a true story. It's
yeah.
a restaurant called Enoteca Maria over in Staten Island. Vince and I went that night. We went one night to go meet the guys that we were playing in real life.
Okay, now it's all coming back to me. How long has this restaurant been open for?
It's been there a little while. I mean, it's been there long enough where now they have different ethnicity grandmas. They have it's like a Japanese grandma. There's like a Puerto Rican grandma.
Ah, okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to take a trip out to go visit that restaurant. My gosh, because I love going to other boroughs for really good Italian food. Obviously, Brooklyn is amazing. I don't know if you've ever been to Michael's, but that is my hands down favorite.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you're a liar, but that's no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I'm a foodie, so yeah, no. It was one of the things about when I travel, and I mean, it's the thing about this job. I go to museums and I go to restaurants everywhere that I travel.
yeah, that's great. Do you refer to it as gravy or sauce?
I call it sauce. I don't gross it gravy.
I don't say gravy either. That's so funny. Um, but but Joe, like I said, you've played a wide range of roles from, Alcide to Big Dick Richie and Magic Mike. Is there a role that really stands out as a personal favorite to you?
Oh boy, jeez. I mean, I did love Alcide, especially on the first couple of seasons of True Blood. I just thought, when it was very close to the books, I love playing that character. The Magic Mike movies were so much fun, and but I really I love what I'm doing right now. I love hosting Deal or No Deal Island. Nonnas was a blast, and I really, I just started shooting One Piece for Netflix, and I love my character on One Piece.
Oh, wait, what's One Piece? Can you tell me about that?
One Piece is the Netflix's biggest show in the world.
Oh,
It's based on the most popular Japanese manga, anime, and Japanese history, and it's about kids and that are pirates, and they set sail for searching for this long lost mythological treasure. And they've run into a lot of very dangerous and notorious pirates, and I play one of them.
oh, wow. I swear to you, I don't live under a rock, so I need to I need to see this. I swear. Oh my gosh. Well, that sounds awesome. Wow.
Yeah. Well, so I'm like in a really I'm in a great pocket right now with some roles, and obviously Deal or No Deal Island, which I love. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think it's all happening right now in real time.
Yeah, I love that. And you've also written a fitness book, Evolution. So I'm assuming that fitness is still a big part of your daily routine.
I mean, I just love working out. I always have, always will, and yeah, it's a part of my life. I mean, it's funny. It's funny how many actors hate working out, which is like, I don't know, funny to me. But they just hate it and figured, But I don't. I love it. I love doing something that I love the challenge. I love the self mastery, and I love doing something where I put energy in and I get better. There's so many things in
Wow.
life that are out of your control. But to me, this is something that's not. And so, yeah, no, I love it. Yeah.
Yes, well, not to be creepy, but it shows that you love working out. And you've done everything from, hosting to action to comedy to drama. Is there a genre or a project that you haven't tackled that you would love to try?
Oh man, I mean, yeah, we'll see. I mean, like I said, right now, I'm just I love what I'm doing, and I'm having a blast doing it, and I hope I get to host my show for forever. I'm excited to get back to work on One Piece again, and I'd love to shoot some rated R comedies. Known as super fun, and I love doing comedy, so I'd love to do that. At some point, I'd love to. I'll wind up doing Shakespeare again at some point. So,
Wow.
I don't know. It's all. We'll see what comes down the path for me. But
Yes.
whatever it is, I'll be ready.
Yes, love it. Well, Joe, thank you so much for your time, and everybody, you can watch the new season of No Deal or No Deal Island. Oh my gosh,
Days on NBC, next day on Peacock.
next day on Peacock. Okay, thank you again.
Yeah, dang, you got it.
Man, Joe really is a patient guy. He dealt with all of my spazziness, and I just love him for that. But no, he seems just like a normal guy. Isn't that so funny? I've been watching him forever, and talking to him was very easy. It was just, like talking to the guy next door. So I think that I'm gonna start watching Deal or No Deal Island because I do kind of like those reality shows, I guess. Oh, I also started watching Rescue High Surf after my interview with Ariel Kebbel and Matt Kester, and I love that show. It's really good. So I'm glad that I stumbled upon it because I interviewed them. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, something different. If you like the podcast, don't forget to rate and subscribe on Apple, or if you're listening or watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe there as well. All right, thanks for listening. I'm Lauren Conlin, and I'll see you next time.